Hello, I'm Shirley and welcome back to my channel, my beautiful friends. And today I thought I'd share what I've been doing in the background to make changes in my life, because if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I could certainly do some changing in my life. And today I thought I'd start a series on sharing what I am doing to make these changes, starting with tackling my victim mentality. Seeing as I've done a lot of videos in the park that I usually go to, today I thought I'd take you on a little trip and let you see a bit of the multicultural parts of London. When I started over, I had a blowout with a now ex-friend of mine. She screamed, "Stop playing the victim." I had already been eating beans and making tins of sardines last, so I was really stunned at her lack of empathy. Having had to start over after a failed relationship, claiming benefits and now being made redundant, I've been doing a lot of soul searching and asking myself, why do I keep getting myself in these situations? What is it about me that keeps going through these situations? Much as I hate to admit it, my friend's words kept echoing in my mind, which made me realize that not only did I have a victim mentality, I also have lack mentality. I know that to change my situation, I must be brutally honest with myself. Being made redundant and having to jump hoops for the job centre has been my wake-up call to accept that the biggest thing holding me back is me. If I'm being honest, I used to believe that things just happened to me. When I failed at the many ventures that I tried, I kept telling myself I just didn't have the money to keep the business going, or whatever circumstances happened at the time. If someone treated me badly, I'd say, oh, they're just a horrible person. Or I'd keep going through things over and over in my mind. I kept telling myself stories like, I can't do this and I'm just unlucky. Or that person did this to me, or that person did that to me. But I came to realize that I've been thinking like that for a very, very long time. Something's got to change, and that change has started with me, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm feeling, and my outlook on life. The more I thought in the old ways, the worse things got. It's like I was stuck in a loop of frustration, and dare I admit it, waiting for someone to change my life. What I never realized, or what I've now come to accept in myself, is the more that I blamed other people or situations, the more powerless I felt. While we're talking about taking responsibility, I know that I've thought like this for a long, long time, even from childhood. And what's changed now is that I'm so sick of these negative scenarios that keep repeating in my life. Scenarios of getting slightly ahead, but then falling back into needing support from other people. I hate the helplessness and not being able to get out of the proverbial hole that I keep finding myself in. So what am I doing to change my victim mentality and to improve my life? The first thing I've done is to write down all the incidents in my life that I felt contributed to me feeling like a victim. For us to change, I believe that we have to be conscious of those deep, dark thoughts that we think we've suppressed and buried. We may have hidden them from plain sight, but if your life has been like mine, it's clear that those suppressed emotions are creating situations and problems for us in our life. For me, the benefit of writing these scenarios and experiences down is that they've taken them out of my head, allowing me to see them in black and white, so to speak. As I wrote the incidents down, I became aware of the feelings that were coming up for me. feelings of helplessness, fear, guilt, not being good enough, and many others. The images and feelings that came up were really not great to re-experience. But I know that if I'm going to deal with this victim mentality, I have to face them head on to clear them. However, I was aware to make sure that I detached from the images and the feelings that I was feeling, and not to let myself get carried away with those thoughts and feelings. It was really funny that as I continued to write down the list, I found myself getting fed up with recalling the incidents that happened in my past. I began to feel that I was watching someone else write the story. There was something inside me that felt like saying, "Stop doing this to yourself," or "Stop feeling sorry for yourself." Writing the scenarios down also made me realise that although I thought I'd suppressed and buried the feelings down, my body has held on to the feelings and emotions subconsciously. And as a result, I have been replaying those feelings and emotions on a constant loop over the years. There's a saying that goes, "Give me the child until he is 7. and I will give you the man." From the time of our birth until we're 7 years of age, we are in something called theta brainwave. This means that we accept everything that happens to us or said to us without questioning their validity. We never had the consciousness to question whether what we were being told were right or wrong, and whether it was right or wrong for us. We just accepted them, and this is what makes it difficult for us to change ourselves, because all those things that we were told and the things that happened to us is now deeply rooted within our subconscious. Over time, I'll be sharing what I'm doing to change the subconscious programming within myself, and hopefully you'll keep watching so that you may learn from my experiences and from what I'm doing. The second thing I'm doing is I made a list of the emotions and feelings that has stayed with me during my lifetime and continues to create havoc or problems in my life. Listing the feelings and emotions has helped me uncover how I view myself in this world and how my problems came to be as a result of holding on to the emotions and feelings that I have from those past childhood experiences. Feelings such as powerlessness to change my life, wanting and waiting to be saved, always trying to be perfect so that I can receive love and feel loved, and doing things for others so I feel like I'm good enough, and seeking approval from other people. Being able to see how I created my paradigm and my view of the world and my place in it has given me the steps I need to do to break free from my victim mentality. I stopped asking why me and started asking what can I do? Instead of feeling sorry for myself, I look within myself for solutions and take inspired action to do what needs to be done, even though I fear the unknown. I'm taking responsibility for everything that happens in my life. And this is a tough one to admit, but blaming others doesn't change anything. Taking ownership of my mindset and action gives me the control to change everything. I'm rewiring stories I tell myself, and I'm replacing "I can't" with "I am good enough" and "I can do this." I'm taking action. Even though I'm not taking perfect action, I'm figuring it out along the way. Like taking action to be brave enough to go self-employed and doing YouTube full time. I'm not sure whether I'll be successful and how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to make sure that I'm going to give it my best shot. I've also wasted so much time waiting to be perfect, or waiting for situations to be perfect. If I keep waiting for things to be perfect, I know that I'll never take the steps to make changes in my life. And I'll just keep getting the same results and living the life that I'm living now. So I'm determined to keep taking one step at a time and just keep showing up for myself. I may have no control over my past, but by changing my mindset and taking action, I can certainly take control of my future. If you would like to improve your life and start taking control of your future, here's the process that I did to create my goals at the beginning of 2025.